What's poppin', everybody? Welcome to our first episode of our conversational podcast with your boy Karabo Mohola, and I'm joined by a phenomenal man. This man is full of wisdom, and I promise you'll get to know what I'm talking about as you keep listening to him. Jerry, how are you?
I'm good, man. How
Jerry
are you?
Mtonga. I'm very good. Listen, so you're going to be part of our Startup Business Festival, né?
Sure.
One of the lineups that we have, and he is an enabler, business enabler, who's here to take up space. Brother Jerry, please let people know who you are and how you became the man that you are.
Thank you so much for that hype introduction. I laugh because I think you must be joking, right?
Not at all.
Phenomenal.
Not at all.
Taking up space.
But
I think the only part that I resonate with strongly is enabler.
Yes, sir.
Because I know it's a fashionable term and people sort of use it like a cliche and just like a thing to just sell an idea. But with me as an entrepreneur, I've like really struggled to understand what kind of an entrepreneur I am. Am I even an entrepreneur? Because when I hear people that say, you know, if your business is not making profit in the first 3 months, then get rid of it. So maybe I'm not a good entrepreneur. Or if, you know, if it's not new or whatever, I'm not that classical in terms of my journey, right? I'm not good at sales. I'm not good at these very important things about entrepreneurship. However, in finding my voice and space in the ecosystem of entrepreneurship, I find that enabler speaks to who I am much better because I'm able to take a true entrepreneur and optimize their hustle, package it, help them model it, and scale it with minimal resources.
Okay.
And I'm good at teamwork. I'm good at encouraging people not to quit.
I want us to go back because obviously before we actually started recording, we had a conversation.
Yeah.
And I want us now to go back to acting and speaking about you know, what you learned from improvisation and how you got to use that in business. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so the acting course that stood out for me, bro. I failed 10 times in varsity. Okay?
Yeah.
Because I was busy with my businesses. That also failed. But then I eventually passed this 4-year course, but there's nothing I learned from there apart from the networking and the process. But specifically the course, it was improv course. I'm not going to go into who shared that course. I'll talk about that when I do the class. But then from that course, I learned what teamwork is, or they call it ensemble work, right? What improvisation is, what listening is, and what being organic is, being able to use minimal resources.
But now I want us to speak about improvisation in terms of being free to play and being free to make those mistakes.
Right.
For young people that are actually watching that are so minded in terms of I can't make a mistake because you know, and especially you saying we need to find ourselves in a space where we play, do something that you enjoy doing.
Okay, great. So when I say to you, acting, what words come out of your like what words pop out?
To act, to become.
Become? What other words?
To live in the moment.
And then I'm just opening it to the guys also. If you can just throw in any other words when I say acting. Character, stage, exactly. Just notice. It's a very subtle observation. No one said game. No one said play. And so a lot of the work we do in improv course is trying to shift the mindset and the reference point of acting to play and game. When I'm on a stage and I'm playing a game, I'm a very different person from when I'm on a stage and I'm trying to accomplish a certain goal or trying to create a certain impact. And it's very true in the journey of entrepreneurship that when you get into business to play a game and to enjoy the journey, you're a very different entrepreneur from the guy who's pressurizing himself to achieve, with numbers to achieve. You understand what I'm saying? He finds himself running out of internal resources a lot of the time. And he's not attractive. You know what I'm saying? Have you seen those guys that sell SIM cards at the corner of the street?
Yeah.
They look so stiff because they've got those targets and objectives. They're not having fun.
Yeah.
We are not interested, my man. Unless he's really good.
You know,
then he's like, oh, okay, let me engage. You know what I'm saying? And so play
Yeah.
opens a different world of words, a different vocabulary. And one of them is failure. You know, if I play 30 seconds, okay, no, that's a terrible example because the stakes are high. There you die. You know what I'm saying? If you get it wrong. But like I'm saying that when we were playing games, hand clapping and stuff like that, and somebody missed the cue, it was actually quite fun.
Yeah, you laugh at that. Yeah.
And so the concept of failure did not exist. In fact, everything was just a beautiful offer.
I love that.
You know what I mean? And so that's the kind of ideas academically. There's a book this thick. Okay. This is not just ooh-ha. You understand what I'm saying? This is a study.
But Jerry, I want to ask you, where do you think this failure mindset comes from?
Education.
Education.
That's
now,
big.
Do you think it comes from education or also from Gohai?
Education is Gohai.
Education is Gohai.
Yeah. So scholastic education in a major way, and also Gohai. That education that you get from home as well.
So now how do we now erase the young kids' mindset in terms of not being afraid to fail or just play, have fun with what you're doing?
No. You introduce the game.
Okay.
And you don't have to erase anything. Once they start playing the game,
I like that.
it's organic.
I like that.
It's the original true selves that come out. You don't have to teach them. You know?
You know that there's an actual saying that when you are literally like in any industry or any sector, you're literally part of the game. You're playing the game.
Exactly.